What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jhase, and I'm back at you guys with another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about overcoming depression and how it led me to create this YouTube channel and how it contributes to my why. The goal of this video is just for me to sit down and just be a human for a moment and be vulnerable and give you guys my testimony. Also, I want to communicate clearly my why and my passion and why I chose YouTube and why I do what I do on all my social medias. So let's get into the video. It all started when I was in high school. I was about a sophomore. I want to say my depression was really bad from sophomore year to early senior year. I kind of dwindled off the second semester of senior year. I was really happy and living a great life, but really sophomore through junior year. And some of the main reasons were I was a follower. There's nothing wrong with being a follower, but if you know that you're not a follower and you're a leader, just try to lead. But another reason for my depression was I was scared to speak up for myself. I was scared of the consequences, but I mean, you got to put yourself first. It's not selfish that you don't want to do something. If you do something that you don't want to do, you're disrespecting yourself. I was angry and sad all the time, and I mean, it affected my relationships. Like, I just pop off on somebody just because. I mean, and I really didn't even know. I didn't know why I was feeling these things. I wasn't emotionally intelligent enough to understand what I was going through in my head. I was a bully. I mean, if I didn't like how you looked that day, like, I'll let you know about it. Like, and I dare you to say something about it. I was in a lust-based relationship. I was disconnected from God, and I lived for others and I didn't live for myself. And one of the reasons why I got out of it was because I was in church one day and I was reading a book that my grandfather gave me on depression. It's actually right here. It's actually called Deep Change by Robert E. Quinn. Great book. 10 out of 10, I recommend it. But I was reading this book in the back, and the back of the church, my mom comes in. She's like, "Hey, Jase, let's go pray." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I go in there and I'm praying, and the pastor's like, "There's somebody in this room who's going through a deep, deep depression." And that's when it hit me, you know. I wanted to start crying because, I mean, I was like, that ain't nothing but God. Like, God, He sees me. He sees what I'm going through. And I just want to let you know, God sees what you're going through. And everything you're going through right now is for a greater purpose. And it's only going to build your character and make you a better person. Then I got to college and I was doing good for a while. Like freshman year, I was killing it on social media. I was doing really well. And I was just happy for the first time in a long time. And it all went down when I got back to school January 2020, and I went to a Catholic church and they rejected me communion. And that just sent me into a spiral of just negative emotions. And I was questioning, why would God let something like that happen to me? I was baptized, I was a believer. I may have been disconnected, but in my heart, I was still a believer. Why would they reject me communion? And it really hurt me. So I called up my cousin, and he explained some things to me about what it means to be a believer in your salvation and everything. And at that, I kind of gave my life back to Christ on that phone call, and I was crying and everything. I was still feeling empty, like I had to go talk to a counselor about past traumas in my life, and I had to get that settled out. So if you have any past traumas, anything that happened in your childhood or anything like that, go to a therapist and get that taken care of. I mean, healing is the way of life. I mean, it's so healthy. That really not addressing those past traumas just made me suicidal, and it made me, really sad. So I had to go seek medical professionals to help me with that. And now I'm healed. I mean, it's beautiful how my life is going now, but without those past experiences, I wouldn't even be here. So I'm grateful for those. I wouldn't change anything about my life, even if I was presented the opportunity to do it. So fast forward, I'm here, I'm healed, and I'm working on my relationship with God. That's something I'm doing every day. I'm reading a chapter of the Bible, and it really brings me peace and gives me wisdom on how to live my life. So today I'm going to cultivate those spiritual gifts God gave me. I'm going to build them up, I'm going to work on them, and I'm going to perfect them on YouTube and maybe any public speaking event I may be blessed with or whatever, but it's my why on all my social medias, just bring the good vibes and just be a guide, just be a light in a world full of darkness, okay? And I do this because, my past experiences, and when I was going through that, I didn't have anybody to look up to that looked like me, so I want to be that for you. So that's my why, that's my testimony, that's why I do YouTube, guys. So I want to leave you with this quote here, okay? And it reads like this: remember, everything you go through in life is for a greater purpose, okay? So it may not seem like it at the moment, but there's a greater purpose for your life. And when you arrive at that point of healing and that point of clarity, and you look back on it all, you're going to appreciate those experiences, okay? So I just want you to take that, if you didn't get anything from this video, and remember that I love you, and you matter, and you are important, and you are strong, and you are kind, and you are more than capable of doing anything in your life, okay? Love you. Till the next video.